You gotta think about it. Think about it.
Hey guys and girls, hope everyone is doing well. A long overdue video. It's been a while, but I'm going to head and see a good friend today who runs a very good shop, and we're going to go say hi. We're going to pick up some bits that we grabbed off him off the back of the swap shop. So yeah, looking forward to it. Best we get on the road. See you in a bit.
Game Girl, Game Boys,
Superstar DJs. Here we go! Hey girl.
Hey guys and girls, I hope you're all doing well. Well, I had an absolutely fantastic time at Ipswich, visiting Scott, Sega Zombie, at his fine store, the Retro Realm. It's been a long time, too long. I think time has just flown. But yeah, the setup in the realm was fantastic. The turnover of stock, everything was pretty much, new. I think a lot of stuff based on his social media and the Facebook, lots of stuff comes in. Obviously, clearly, stuff goes out, and yeah, goodies all around. I planned a bit of a meet up. I knew Rogie was going to be there, so yeah, Rogie Retro Gamer. So that was a treat again to see Rogie. So we had a little tour around. He'd already bought some bits, but he was still eyeing up some additional things. And yeah, Scott had put aside some games for me from the swap shop, which I think had been the Sunday, was it the week before? And yeah, it was really cool, fantastic deal on all of this stuff. So yeah, pleasure to see you again, Scott, and thanks again for yeah, for the goodies. So we're just going to rattle through. Hopefully at this point in the video, I already would have shown you some footage of the store, but yeah, go and check it out. I'll leave a link below to yeah, the various kind of socials, and if you're in the UK or flowing through the UK, you've got to go and check out the Retro Realm. So we start off a couple of films. The first one, Hardware. So this was in the in one of the glass cabinets that Scott's got at the side. It's a Richard Stanley film, and yeah, I met him about a year or so ago at this Spanish film festival. He's done some really super cool stuff. I think this might be his second film. I don't think Dust Devil was the first one, so I think it was the second one that he did. But it's almost best described as like Terminator on a budget. Different plot, but the kind of the robot assassin vibes. It's absolutely superb. This guy, so it's set in the future. This guy stumbles across like an assassin robot that's been developed by the government. It's been buried underground, and with the intention basically of culling the masses and bringing down like mass population. It's absolutely nuts, and they kind of switch this thing on, and yeah, it wreaks havoc. But it's an absolutely top film. Quite a difficult one to find. It's not a common DVD. Funnily enough, it's used to be on. I think it's still on there on YouTube. So if you do want to watch it, you can watch it for now. I didn't tell you that, but it's well worth a watch. Check it out on YouTube if you can't get the disc. I haven't seen this since it came out, but District 9. It's a bit of, I think, New Zealand-y. It's got Peter Jackson on there, but I think it was it kind of produced or directed in that neck of the woods, set in the future. I remember very little about it, but yeah, look forward to rewatch it and kind of bring myself back up to speed of what it was about. It left an impact, obviously not that much of an impact that I can remember exactly what happened, but I thought it was quite a good ride at the time, but we'll see. I picked up a PlayStation game for my son, bit of a random one. We've been watching the films recently, and yeah, so I thought even if we just kind of while away a few hours playing this, it'll be quite happy. So like Shrek's Treasure Hunt for the PS1. We've got a modern game here, Red Dead Redemption for the Switch, and it's meant to play. I think the second game would really, yeah, it would just overwhelm the hardware on the Switch one. Maybe not hopefully not the Switch 2, but the original one's meant to be quite good. Obviously, a little cart in there, but you get some of the, say like the DLC or whatever's all kind of built in on the cart. It's the Undead Nightmare, like the zombie apocalypse one. I think that should be on there. So yeah, look forward to that. It's kind of creeping up a little bit in price as well. Realised I needed to get some bit of hockey action, 16-bit hockey action, and I was missing out on. I think it's the second. Is this the second one? I think there was NHL hockey, and then there's NHL PA hockey 93. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think that might be in like a 94. So I think this one's in the middle. I don't know the difference between them all, but I'm hoping this one's slightly more evolved, and they've learnt a few lessons from the first. But I think they're all pretty cool, aren't they? So yeah, really nice. Oh, it's a chunky manual in the old EA ones. It's kind of a bit of reading material, which is cool. And you've got a little catalogue as well. EA games. So you got Robocod there on the front. So again, yeah, cracking deal on that. Scott did have a there's a series of boxes just full of stuff out the back, and like Roger was looking through some bits, and there was a couple of boxes that had like some Game Boy stuff in there, and some and other bits as well. So I had got my little app with me, and I could go through and work out, okay, what games have I got where I'm missing the manuals, and obviously the manuals that Scott had in this box. So it was a bit of, say, an arduous task. It was a bloody fun task going through. So there's a combination. There's any Game Boy Advance in here? I think it's just Game Boy Color, a couple of Game Gear ones. So without further ado, we just whiz through. We've got Tomb Raider, so Game Boy Color, Konami game, Deadly Skies, the Midway arcade hits. So you got Spy Hunter, Moon Patrol for the Game Boy Color. Tough one to find, Snow Brothers. Capcom game for the Game Boy. Another fairly toughy one, Elevator Action. Nemesis. Pack in Time. These next one, it's a fairly biggie. Pro Protector 2, lovely Nick on that one. Bionic Commando. Wario Land, so Super Mario Land 3, another thick one. Game Boy Color, Perfect Dark, Pocket Bomberman, Conker's Pocket Tales. Not the best of games, that, unfortunately, but worth getting. It's not like the other Conker's titles. And then we've got 3 Game Gear manuals, bit random, but like FIFA 96. These ones I need. Devilish, which I thought I had the cart for, but I don't, so I need to track that one down. I've obviously now got the manual, and then Aerial Assault, which is the same. That's the port of the equivalent of the Master System one, as far as I can remember. And then we have got a NES Classic for the Game Boy Advance. So I want to call it Snow Climber. I think I mentioned it to Scott. I have Snow Climber from your cabinet, Ice Bloody Climber. But lovely Nick, all complete. Great price. I quite like these classics ones for the GBA. So I've got a few of them now, which is cool. And then 2 seconds. There's one, probably the most important thing, which really I should have done up front because it's taking pride of place up here. On the swap shop, there was 4 things which I nabbed, and the first one was this kind of Rambo book and cassette collection, which Scott, being the absolutely super dude, kind of walked in the shop and he goes, "This is on me." So yeah, it's so cool. All like perfecto. So you got the 3 books: Guns Over the Suez, Pirate's Peril, and then the Lost City of Arca, and then you've got the like the read along, Wrestling the Gators. So that's really nice. So yeah, so when we're done on the video, I'll whack it back up on the. It's got a prize of. Is it Pride of Place up there. So yeah, awesome stuff. And then Spectrum +3. Bloody hell! I don't think I've ever done trying to think, have I done a pickups video with +3 discs? I do not think so. But all 3 of these, if you're on the swap shop, you're going to know what they are if you watched it. But all 3 of these I had as a kid growing up, and I think this might have been the only 3 +3 discs that I had, because we did have the 48K to start off with, and obviously a lot of those games were even back then, were fairly cheap and cheerful. Most of the ones we got were just from up in the newsagents. Had some better ones, but a lot of them were just on the cheapy ones on the carousels that my dad got. So when we got the +3 a few years later, however long it was, maybe 2-3 years later, post the 48K, I think my dad was a bit surprised at how much pricier the disc games were. So as a result, didn't have many. But then back in the day, I don't think, birthdays, Christmas, that was it. You didn't really get much in between. But these 3 absolute classics. This where my love for Chase HQ comes from. The Specky Chase HQ. It's a good version in my opinion. It looks simple, but that's just a Specky, but it plays like a beauty. It's obviously a bit of reflection there because Scott's got it in a nice box protector, which I've inherited. So really pleased with that. Iconic box art, and you've got like the movie clips on the back. See Robocop, what a game. This is just fantastic. I think on all formats, but even the, the specky one is bloody brilliant. So on one side you've got the instructions, and then on the other side, I don't know what it is that A3 maybe? You've got a big old badass Robocop poster, so that's cool. I'll fold it up in a bit, and yeah, the disc as well. So a top deal on these. Really chuffed, very happy with them. And then the final, I say games, it's a selection. It's the Live Ammo Ocean collection, and yeah, I mean, left to right, I've got the Great Escape. I don't think I got very far in that back in the day. I think I stole the old German officer's outfit, and then probably got caught. I think you obviously go down through the tunnels, and I really didn't know what I was doing. However old I was, pretty young. Saying that, I'd probably play it again, and I'd be equally as crap at it these days. Top Gun, which I quite liked back in the day, but maybe it was one of the first kind of plain, not a simulator, but not arcadey, a bit in the middle, with the rudimentary graphics. But I thought that was cool. Green Beret, so good old Russian attack, tough but great fun. And the last two are equally tough. I mean, Rambo, loved that game, absolutely loved that game. Where it kind of, remember the random placement of the rocket launcher. I think you get the arrow, the bow and arrow. Was it with the explosive arrowheads as well? But I remember the weapons being scattered around as you're trying to infiltrate the camp and get those hostages out. And then the toughest bloody army moves, which, yeah, I just think it frustrated the hell out of me back in the day. And yeah, bit on the back, which is super cool. But I think from memory, got the sticker there as well, the ocean sticker. I think the way I got it, and maybe it was just the way it was packaged, was in like a cardboard box, which would have been used for tapes. But I definitely had the disc version. So maybe it was just, I don't know, maybe the shop ballsed up back then and they just plonked it in there. It's only when I got it, I was just like, oh, it's slightly different, because I remember more a bit like the Robocop type design, maybe a slightly bigger box, which the tape would have come in. But yeah, this is pretty snazzy. And yeah, you got your instructions, and then you got a disc, and it's like double-sided with all your games on. So yeah, what a place, the realm, full of treasure. So go, if you haven't done so already, go and check it out. If you haven't been in a while, like I hadn't, go and check it out. And yes, support these places, keep them going. Let's give them our money. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you very soon. All the best. Cheers.